So we'd like to say, well, how many times does 60 go into 1011? 3600 doesn't go in, right? It's bigger, right? So that there's nothing in the 3600ths place. All right, so we'd like to write this as, you know, some number A, let's say A1. Now, so we write A0 times 60 squared plus A1 times 60 to the first power plus A2 times 60 to the 0 power plus A3 times 60 to the -1 power. This is base 60, the sexagesimal system, right? So, do we go beyond 60 to the -2 power? We could. Generally, we say that, you know, once you got that much accuracy, you don't need it anymore. Certainly not for the purposes of the ancient Babylonians, right? So, so this is 3600, right? That's bigger than our number, so A0 is going to be 0. In fact, you know, there are no powers of 60 bigger than 1 that pertain here, right? So what multiple of, what's the largest multiple of 60? Well, we can say 6, how many times does 60 go into 110, right? Sorry, 1011. I guess ones, long division, right? 41, bring down the 1, all right, so now what? 6, 7? 7 is too big, right? So 6, and you get 3600, or sorry, 360. And what do you get then? Well, 51, is that the remainder? Okay, so this is going to be plus 16 times 60, plus 51 times 60 to the 0 power. 60 to the 0 power is just 1, right? So I'm just really saying this is in the ones place. So we got 51 ones and 16 60s to make up the whole number part of this number. And then we need to go to the fractional part. So how does that work with decimals, right? So if we put the 0.603 here, does this work? We just keep going the way you do with decimals? So what would you bring down? I don't know, as much as you need, right?
You just bring down a 0, I guess. Can you still do that?
Well, we bring down a 6, right, in the decimal system. And then we would get a number bigger than 60. Let's bring down, I don't know, 0.60. I'm a little uncertain as to what to do here. So, yeah, so 60 goes in 16 times, and so we got a remainder of 50. Oh, but then we've already accounted for the 51, right? So we don't really want the 51 now, right? So perhaps we should look at it a different way and say, what is 1/60th as a decimal? Right, because we have this decimal 603 thousandths, right? And we want to say what values of A3 and A4 will fit into that box. Fit best into that box. You're not going to get a perfect fit, probably, right? So what's 1/60th as a decimal? 1/6 is 0.16 repeating. Well, it's arithmetic, right? So 0.16 repeating, like that. Oh, but divided by 10. So 0.016 repeating. Okay, that's 1/60th, right? And what do we have? Well, we've got more than that, right? Quite a bit more. How much more? So what multiple of 1/60th would give us the largest number less than 603 thousandths? 50 maybe? Is that too big? What's 5/6? That's 0.83 repeating, right? So that's too big. We want 0.6. So how about 4? Well, 4/60ths, sorry, 4/6 is 2/3, right? Which would be 0.6 repeating. That's too big as well, right? So something less than 40? I think like 38 or something? you can do a little experimentation, say, what's 38/60ths? Now, you know, we gotta convert to decimal, right? So that's the same as 19/30ths. How many times does 13 go into 19? Well, 6, that's good. Then what? Well, 3, right? That's gonna be too big. So 38 is too big. So how about 36? Well, that's 6/10, right? Yeah, we can reduce that to 6/10. Oh, okay, I should have thought of that in the first place, right? So 6/10 will take care of this 0.6 here, right? So I can say plus 36 times 60 to the -1. Okay, then what's left? Well, I have just this 0.003, and I want to know what part of 60 to the -2 is that? So I want to say 1 over 3600. What is that? Well, that's going to be, where'd it go? This number divided by 60, right? So how many times does 60 go into this number? 0.0000 right here. And then what? 3 is too big, so 2. If you 12, so you're going to have 4 and 6 repeating. So then